What up, fam? It's your boy, SlenderBoy2024, streaming to you live. Yeah, so this is going to be another quick one. I just had a little, kind of like what I did with the other video. I want to do like a quick little rant and then a review of a game I got my Switch OLED here, a game I've been kind of messing around with, Magical Drop 6. I kind of want to tell you guys about this silly little puzzle game I've been fooling around with, but that's coming. So let's just kind of shelve that for a minute. The other stream was a disaster where I had the camera vertical at first, and then I was like, oh, and then when I started playing the game, I switched to horizontal. But like the video, I'm so bad with this technology. Like the video didn't come out in landscape like I want. So I'm starting from the get-go in landscape mode. I'm hoping that that's how the video will come out. But yeah, a little housekeeping before we begin. So I've been getting so much crap. I've been getting so many DMs. I've been getting so much crap for you know what I'm about to talk about, this infamous video. I need to at least address this. So I've been kind of messing around, and I guess people took this seriously with the fast food stuff that I genuinely love. But then I did the one video where I was like, oh, kid cuisine, isn't that so fire? And like people were just like, what's wrong with you? Like, are you insane? I mean, I guess this is the problem. Like, people can't tell when I'm joking. Like, I feel like, I know I didn't like give you any hints. Maybe in the future I'm just gonna do this in a video where like, this is a joke video, just so you know, I'm not being serious, guys. But I don't know. I feel like it was very, I feel like it was very obvious, fam. Where it was just like, who the hell makes a kid cuisine video? You know what I mean? Like obviously I did, but like I thought an obvious jest. It's like, okay, oh yeah, kid cuisine, it's so fire. Like, and what's funny is obviously it bombed and people like really didn't like it. But I've said this before. This is how I kind of look at things like that, where like, like let's take a good video I've done, like what was it, the Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich video. That's one of my better performing videos. That got like 1,500 hits, like 1,500 views. So like that's like a good example. And then this video, it bombed and it got like, let's say 30 views. The way I look at it is like, I still got 30 people. I got 30 people to watch a fucking kid cuisine video. That's a victory in my view, in my opinion. That's a victory. People are in the chat are updating me. I haven't looked at it in a little bit. People in the chat are updating me. They're saying it's already over 100 views. yes, it's already over 100 views. The kid cuisine video. See, there you go. And then people in the chat are commenting like, well, how do you know it's like 100 different people? Maybe it's just like the one guy watching it 100 times. No, there's no way. There's no way like one crazy, I mean, maybe there's like that one crazy kid cuisine fanatic who's on YouTube like looking for a kid cuisine video. He's like, oh, there it is. And then he just the one guy watched my video 100 times in a row. Like, no way. So I got 100 people to watch that stupid kid cuisine joke video. I take that as a victory. But I apologize. That was not made in earnest. That's not my best foot forward. Well, my best video is that Wednesday review. I always say that, like my crazy 80-minute rantings about Wednesday. That's one of my better performing videos. So that I had to set the parameters, the boundaries. I had to do my worst, and I had to do my worst and my best. And everything else will fall in the middle. But my best video is the Wednesday review, and I had to make my worst video of all time. That's the rock bottom. The bottom layer is that freaking kid cuisine video. There's nothing I can do that will be worse than that. So like, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I like set the bottom. Here's the ceiling. Here's the floor. I set the floor right here. Anyway, moving on. Another little rant I need to go on. So you guys heard me kind of complain and bitch about how Nintendo recently got rid of their gold coin or gold point system, or the gold rewards, whatever you call it, the My Reward thing, where I would buy a game on the eShop and I get like a couple coins, a couple little things, and then eventually you could redeem those, and it wouldn't be a huge discount because it's Nintendo, but like your next purchase you'd get like $2 or $3 off. That's the whatchamacallit. AMC Stubs has the exact same thing. I purchase enough things and I get Stubs points, and when I can redeem those for like a $5 coupon, and I'm like, oh, $5 off, I can almost afford a soft drink now. That's actually not a joke. Yeah, with a $5 coupon, I can afford a $2. I now only have to pay $2 for a soda at AMC. Okay, that's a whole other Oh my god, stuff is so expensive there. It's crazy. Anyway, but yeah, Nintendo games never go down in price. There's almost never a sale. So like that was a big deal for me. Is like I can redeem my gold points and get like $3 off. And like that's cool, and now I can almost afford your game. And then as some sort of stupid eShop update, they had to like remove those, supposedly because the Switch 2 is coming. Yes, the Switch 2 it's coming very, very soon. It's like what? Isn't it like literally a week away, something like that? Just like the meteor that was slowly approaching our planet that would destroy everything and kill off the dinosaurs. Yeah, the Switch 2 arrival is coming very soon, and it's going to kill us all. It's going to destroy the video game world. It's going to kill the video game industry. Nintendo has already done such irreparable damage because, once again, they've priced their games at $80, and then other companies like Microsoft and soon to be Sony, I'm sure Sony's going to jump in very soon. Other companies, and they're being, very practical businessmen. Like, it makes sense what they're doing. They're looking at Nintendo like, okay, so the Switch 2 games are $80, and those have the graphical fidelity or graphical power of an Xbox One game. We make Xbox Series X games. We're not pricing them the same as a Switch 2 game. Ours should be more expensive. Ours should be, well, I mean, we're definitely not going to go lower. Ours were like 70, which was lower than a Switch 2. Oh, fuck that. Like, we're going 80 or 90, PS5, are you kidding me? PS5 games have way more power than a Switch 2 game. Switch 2 is a PS4 game. So no, we're not even going to go 80, we're going to go 90. I'm waiting for that announcement any day where PS5 games will now be $90. So like that sucks, and it just hurts that little bit that we can't get the gold points now to like get us a tiny fraction of a discount. But like the latest news, I just keep hearing this news that just keeps pissing me off. Nintendo is just like, I've never seen a company shoot themselves in the foot. Like, people were so hyped for the Switch 2, and then they just immediately like cut our legs out from under us with all these announcements. But yeah, I don't know, people that are more technology minded. I don't know that much about this. So like you guys tell me. But what I'm hearing is there was like a new user agreement, and I had to sign it. When you update the eShop, you have to like, connect it to the internet, you sign the new agreement. In that text of the agreement, people have found this. Like, I don't read shit. I just sign my soul away. My soul probably belongs to Apple now because of the latest update. It's just, whatever. But yeah, no, people found this in the new user agreement. So Nintendo reserves the right to brick your Switch console, and this applies to both the Switch and Switch 2. They can just brick your console, and that's because if they detect any kind of piracy, or if, I believe the wording, this is what's interesting, this is what I want to do a deep dive on. I believe the wording is if they suspect piracy. They don't have to prove anything. If they suspect piracy or any wrongdoing, they can brick your console. And what does that mean? Like, they can brick your console. So like, what some people thought it meant was like, oh, so like it's the extent of like, if there's foul play when you're playing an online game, and that you'll just be banned from the servers. You just can't play League of Legends anymore, or like a temporary ban from those servers or whatever. So you'll just be banned from Nintendo Switch Online. No. That's not what. So what I understand is when they say they will brick your console, this will become a brick. Like, they have the ability to just kill your Switch or Switch 2, and it's no longer usable. It's no longer a usable device. You can't play games on it anymore. Apparently, they've always had this ability. I'm imagining someone at Nintendo HQ has a fucking, like, literal kill switch, and he's like, oh, Slender Boy 2024, pirating games on his Switch 2? Nope. He's not paying the $80 for Mario Kart World? Nope. And they just kill your Switch. There you go. A $450 console that you just bought, dead. Isn't it enough? Like, that's what's crazy. The greed here. That's what's crazy. I need to go on a rant about this. Isn't it enough? Like we're pirating software, and we're not pirating the hardware. So I still bought your, supposedly, allegedly, I didn't buy it on the black market. I bought your, Switch 2 from Best Buy or GameStop or whatever for $450. You already got my $450, and that's not enough. That's not enough. If you detect me pirating games, you're gonna fucking hit that kill switch and destroy my console. That's fucked up. I've never heard of that. People give so much shit to like Sony and Microsoft. They're not doing shit like that. I've never heard of shit like that. Nintendo's the only one so far with like the kill switch, like, oh, don't push us. And I understand why they're being like this. Like, they're being so crazy right now because the only reason they would be like, they weren't like this with the Switch 1. They weren't. And people pirated Switch 1 games. Like that's a known fact. So it's like they're only doing this now. Why? Why are they doing this now? They're getting rid of the gold points now. They're doing the Killswitch thing to threaten people to not pirate games because they're so terrified that this won't do well. The console will sell. The pre-orders have already sold out. That's not even up for debate. But they're terrified that their games will not sell well because they priced them too high. And that's the only way for us as consumers to fight back, by the way. We don't buy the $80 games. Just don't do it. Don't buy the $80 Xbox. Don't buy the $80 Switch 2 games. And if they don't sell enough of these at that price, they'll do what everyone has to do. What every company has to do. They'll say, "Oh, we have to low." That's what happened with the fucking back in the day with the 3DS. I forget the discount, but they priced it too high. People weren't buying enough of it, and they said, "Okay, just kidding. Let's lower it by like $100." And then people started buying. And they'll keep going until they get the sales they want. And they're like, "Oh, okay, within reason." They're not going to sell the Switch 2 for like $10, but if enough people have bought it at $450, they'll be like, okay, so that's an okay price because you bought it, right? If no one buys the Switch 2, they'll say, oh, just kidding. How about $350? No. How about $300? Okay, you'll buy that. We sold X amount of copies at $300. That's the price of the Switch 2. Just kidding. Just kidding. I mean, it's like with the Xbox One. Remember when Microsoft was like, you have to buy the Kinect. The Kinect is an essential part of the Xbox One. We cannot remove it. And then everyone said no. And then very quickly they were like, oh, just kidding. We removed it. It was like the next model. They were like, oh, just kidding. The Xbox One S. Yeah, no, we removed it. We said we couldn't. Well, we couldn't with the original model, but the 1.1 update model. Yeah, no, we took out the Kinect. Please buy the console. That's the only way as consumers for us to fight back. And we've seen that in the past. How companies they put up a bold front, but at the end of the day, they are beholden to us, and we always forget that as consumers. It's like we actually have the power. You vote with your wallet. That's why I always say you vote with your wallet. If you don't buy something, if enough people don't buy something, they have to. That's the only time that they have to listen to us. Usually they're just like, yeah, people bitched or people gave bad reviews for this game, but it sold really well. That's getting a sequel. The game that was positively reviewed that people love that didn't sell very well, nah. Sequel, nah. Why? We didn't make any money on it. Why? But yeah, that's crazy, and that sets a very dangerous precedent. I'm so worried that now that Nintendo has done this, and they're like, oh, you're gonna pirate our Nintendo Switch 2 games. Don't think so. We reserve the right to kill your console. I mean, if that goes over without too much backlash, it's only a matter. There's no way other companies won't do the same thing. Are you kidding me? You don't think Sony or Microsoft is worried about people pirating their $80 games? They're going to do the same shit. They're going to be like, well, actually, we have one too. Nintendo has a dead Switch. We all have dead Switches. We all have the ability to make your Xbox One more like Xbox done. Click. And your console just blows up and sets your house on fire. There was always a thermal detonator inside of your Xbox One. We just didn't. The Kinect was always a bomb. We didn't tell you about that, did we? So that's going to happen. Thanks to Nintendo. That's going to happen very soon if there's not too much backlash on that announcement. But yeah, going back to the wording, that's what scares me so much is, again, the wording is they don't have to prove shit. I don't even know how they would. How do they detect this shit? How do they detect that you're pirating? You've or what? I don't know anything about. I really don't. I don't know anything about technology. I don't know anything about piracy or anything. I always do buy that's the ironic thing is I'm the one complaining. I'm the one that does buy games, legitimately, officially. But you're creating all of these barriers to entry for me, Nintendo. I don't have $80. I can't buy Mario Kart World. So my only either I never play your game, which is most likely going to happen, or I pirate it. Those are the two options for most people like myself, the people that sit on park benches waiting for the bus with their bus tokens because they can't afford any other transportation. We can't afford these games. And I've done my rants about Sony. Sony's not. No one's an angel here. No one is getting a pass. Sony's not getting a pass. $70 game. I already said that was bullshit. That is bullshit. I don't buy $70 PS5 games. I wait for a sale, or I just find a third-party game or an indie game to play on my PS5. I'm not paying $70 for fucking Stellar Blade. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. It looks like a cool game. I'm not paying $70 fucking dollars. Get the fuck out of here. And Nintendo's worse. Your games look worse. They run worse. They have the graphical fidelity of a PS4 game, and you're charging more. You're charging $80 fucking dollars, and you don't think people are gonna pirate? your games, or you're going to punish people for pirating your games. Get the fuck out of here, Japan. Or Japan. Get the fuck out. I was trying to say go the fuck back to Japan, Nintendo, and then I just like threw the whole country under the bus. Get the fuck out of here, Japan. Go back to Japan. That doesn't even make sense. Go back to Japan. This is America, where our games, or actually, yeah, Xbox is American, and they're also $70 or $80. Fuck it. We all suck. There you go. We all, east, west, doesn't matter. We all suck. There you go. Okay. What? I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm so pissed off. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, chat. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Go back to Japan. But yeah, like that's people that know more about technology. You tell me. I'm so curious how this whole, like, how do they detect piracy? Like, you have like a blank disc or a blank, game, and you put with like a downloaded whatever ROM or something, and you put it in your Switch, and you're playing a game illegally or illegitimately, and I guess the Switch can just detect that, because it's like, oh well, this isn't kosher, this isn't whatever, like this doesn't have the Nintendo seal of authenticity or that they used to put on it. Do they still do that? I forget. The Nintendo seal of approval doesn't have that, so like the console blows up or dies or whatever, But like, that's my concern, is the suspicion thing, where it's like, isn't there a gray area? There has to be some sort of gray area that I'm not aware of, where like, you did buy your game legitimately or officially, but because of, or you're running some sort of software that isn't necessarily pirating a game, but you're running something that like does the same thing, like it sets off the same triggers, it sets off the same alarm, where it's like, hey, this isn't a Nintendo product, and then like there's no, like, from what I understand, there's no like appeal process. It's just like dead, like, oh, we detected foul play, dead, like you're done, your Switch is just done, it's a brick now. Like, I'm just so worried about people falling into those gray area situations where like you're running a, I don't even know like what that would be, but like I'm sure there's something. I'm sure there's something that's going to fall into that gray area, and people will be unfairly penalized who aren't even pirating games, but they're running like a, I don't know, like a fucking web browser or something that doesn't come with the Switch, and they're like, well, I wanted to be able to go on the internet. I'm sorry, I want to be able to go on the internet on my $500 console. Like, is that okay? And so you downloaded something. You downloaded like a whatever, a Firefox app or something, and then the Switch 2 is like, that's not Nintendo, But you weren't even pirating games. You weren't even doing anything illegal, and you're still penalized. Your Switch is dead. Bricked. There's like a little gremlin flying around going, brick. I bricked your Switch, brick. It's a brick. See this OLED? $300 brick. See this? I'm not happy about it. I've gone on too long. Let's get to the game review. So yeah, I've still been messing around with whatchamacallit. Let's light this. Let's light up this $300 brick real quick. So I've still been playing around with Cleopatra Fortune S Tribute. The thing with that is it's an arcade game, so like there's only so much progress you can make. Like I've been fooling around with arcade mode, but it's like there's no like progress. I mean, like there is, like, you can like get to like the next level, but it goes on forever. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, okay, I think I got to like level 30 or 35, and it's like, okay, like when do you stop? I got to a point where I'm just like, I just kind of get bored. Like I could have kept going. That's not even me bragging. I'm just like, I reached a point where I'm like, yeah, I could keep going, but like I've already been playing this silly arcade game for 30 minutes, and maybe I want to do something else. So I'll just die now. That's okay. I'll just die now. And there isn't like there are like the little missions you can do, like that is fun. I like that they included that, but there's not a whole lot of side content. But this is what I want to talk about today. Magical Drop 6. Let me just kind of, okay, so like let me do a little quick deep dive. So I was Googling, like, because I like these like silly puzzle games that have like a little bit of fan service, and I was like, oh, well, what else is like Cleopatra Fortune? So the one thing that came up like right away is like, oh, you like this? Well, you'll also like this game. People were recommending Magical Drop. Okay, it's a similar type of puzzle game. So this series it's not by what was it? Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot the name of the company. Taito. So Taito made Cleopatra Fortune. That's a Taito title. Say that 5 times fast. That's not who made Magical Drop. Magical Drop was made by a company called Data East. Basically the same thing. They're very similar. So Magical Drop's a weird series. I was kind of researching this a little bit. Okay, so Magical Drop 1 did come to our country, and it was called Chain Reaction. It's one of those annoying series to play in order, and here's why. Because like either we didn't get games, or they changed the titles of games. It's a mess. I'm going to break it down right now. Chain Reaction is Magical Drop 1. That is how we got it in this country. It is very difficult to find. You can't find it on any eShop or nothing. So don't even try. I don't know how to play it. I'd have to pirate it, but I can't do that on my Switch. My Switch will blow up, so I'd have to emulate it. Magical Drop 2 and 3 are on the eShop. They're on the Switch eShop. They're on like every eShop. They are very, very available. You can find them on Steam or anything. And I recommend, start there. Start with 2 and 3, and those are only $8. I almost started there. I'll tell you why I didn't in a second. I say start with 2 or 3. They're like $7 on the eShop, on any eShop. Okay, so here's where it gets interesting, because like again, I am on Magical Drop 6. Why did I skip to 6? Okay, can't play 1, 2, and 3. Still considering $7 on any eShop. There is no 4. I hate these Japanese games with the weird numbering and the weird chronology. And anyway, there's no 4. There's Magical Drop F. Like the letter, we went to letters now. There's no more numbers. Now it's letters. Magical Drop F, PlayStation exclusive, Japan exclusive for PlayStation. Can't play it. Never came to this country. Fuck you. Have to emulate it. Can't emulate it because your Switch will blow up. Okay, so you just can't play F. Then the next game, 5. So we do go back to numbers. Magical Drop 5, and we do get that in this country, and it's called 5, even though you can't play the other ones. That's always fun. I mean, I get it. It makes sense it is the 5th game, and it is what it's called in Japan. But when you brought it to the States, don't call it 5. That just confuses people. It's the same thing with like Final Fantasy 7 back in the day. Like it's true. That is Final Fantasy 7. But we didn't get the other games, so you just gave us 7, and we're confused as to like what? But the last game you gave us was 3 on the Super Nintendo, and now 7. What? Where are the other games? So it's one of those horrible situations where, we go from 3 to 5. There never was a 4, but there's F, but we didn't get F. I want to play 5. That was a PC exclusive. It was on Steam. And it's been delisted. It's been taken off of Steam. You can't find the game now. You have to pirate it, which is, your Switch will blow up. You can't. It's illegal. I really want to play 5 because I was looking at. You can look up gameplay of it on YouTube. Like that's still allowed, I guess. Hopefully, I don't know why it was. Like, why are things delisted on Steam? I don't understand. Like, I guess if it doesn't sell well enough, for a certain amount of time, they'll just pull it, or the license expires to host it on Steam. I feel like most games do stay on Steam forever, though. Like, I don't hear about that too often, where, like, this popular game is just not on Steam anymore. I don't know. But ironically, 5 is the one I wanted to play the most. I don't know how much it was, like, listed for. Hopefully, like, not too much, like, maybe $7. But 5, it's like, it's the first modern one. It came out in 2012, whereas the other games were, like, 90s games. And it had, like, modern graphics, and it had, like... this game has like a little bit of fan service, but like I was looking at, I want to play 5 because there's this one character like called the World, and like I'm surprised what they got away with in like, because when you're playing the puzzle game, like the characters are like, the sprites are right there and they're like reacting and stuff. The World's character sprites, like they got away with some man, they got away with some fan service in 5. I want to play 5 and you can't. It's not available. So now we have many years later. So 5 was in 2012, delisted from Steam. Magical Drop 6. Magical Drop 6 came out in 2023. It just came out. It came out very recently. So that's cool that the series is back. I don't know why they waited over a decade, but like, yeah, it's back now. It's back now. It takes forever to load. And they're currently having a sale on this game. That's why I'm like kind of Data East. There you go. They made the original. Sorry for the glare. I don't know. I can't really do anything about that. Ooh, yeah. There we go. Some nice music. I do like the Egyptian music from Cleopatra Fortune a little better. There we go. That's a good angle. Yeah, I like all these character designs. I think you saw the world. Oh, I like her, the Empress. I like her a lot. Yeah, I like her a lot. I like her. That looks like a Disgaea character. That's like kind of like the mascot. That's like the Jack Frost of Magical Drop, if you know Shin Megami Tensei. But they have like a little jester mascot too. Magical Drop was 6. So yeah, now there's just 6. So if you go in the eShop, you're gonna be confused as fuck because there's only 2 Magical Drop, 2, 3, and 6, and that's it. That's all you can ever play ever. What about 1? Nope. Can't even start from the beginning. What about 5? The second most recent one? Nope, delisted. Sorry, never came to Switch anyway. Sorry. You can play 6. And ironically, so 6 is normally $30, which is, I mean, it's still less than a normal game, but it's a little pricey for like an arcadey puzzle game. There is currently a 90% off sale on this game. I'm not even kidding. Go on any eShop. It's $3 fucking, okay? It's cheaper. That's why. Why didn't I get 2 or 3 for $7? This is the most recent one. This is a modern game. Normally $30. It's $3. It's a no-brainer. Go buy this one with the modern graphics and shit. It's $3. It's a no-brainer. I'm trying to get a good... I'm sorry for the glare. I usually film these at night. I'm trying to get a good angle. This is a disaster. Here we go. That's kind of good, right? Good angle. So for $3, and there's like all this stuff. There's a tutorial. The tutorial is very helpful. It is a complicated game. I'm not going to do that right now. The magic hall is where you unlock all your goodies. So like... Here we go. There's like a gallery with all these illustrations. The room of records that has like all of your, records. it keeps track of like all of your accomplishments and shit, like your achievements and whatnot. This is annoying. It's hard to like get like a good. No matter what I do, there's kind of I have to like I don't know hold the camera and hold the Switch. It's not. You're just gonna have to deal with the glare. Oh wait. Okay, alright, that's a kind of not such a bad glare. I'm very curious about all of this, so yeah, I've only messed around with this a tiny bit, but yeah, you can unlock like illustrations. That's kind of cool. You can like, yeah. And some of them are locked, obviously. There's like the Dark Castle. How do you, oh, you can... Yeah, you can zoom in. That's cool. You can zoom in, zoom out. Okay. I want to unlock some character illustrations. These are just backgrounds. Yeah, room of records. So here's all of my achievements and stuff. Like there, look at all the stuff you can do. Like the good ending, evil ending, survival mode, path of destiny, puzzle mode, caravan mode, match mode. Collecting all of the character illustrations, collecting all of the art, and then there's the good fortune. That's an achievement. So like again, for a $3 game, I paid $15 for Cleopatra Fortune, and that I'm already like running out of content with that. This has so much content. So like again, $3, it's a no-brainer. Please buy the game. Like seriously, there's no reason not to. In this world we live in of $80 games. Magic shop. So this is like a lottery. Yeah, I haven't unlocked it yet. There's like a lottery thing, a room of fortune, another like lottery type of thing. The music room, I still have to unlock that. So the sound test basically. So all the stuff for me to do really. There's like online multiplayer or local multiplayer. That's awesome. Let's go to. I want to show you all the characters though. So look at this. So there's story mode. You can play a match. Survival mode, puzzle mode, path of destiny. I don't know what it is. I have to unlock it. And caravan mode. I think these are two are kind of similar type of survival experiences, but they're. Yeah, look like there's like what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different modes to mess around with. I just wanted. Oh, so yeah, here we have the Empress and the World. That's who I was talking about before. The World. I like her a lot. Oh, I kind of like the Empress too. So yeah, I have to unlock all these characters still, but yeah, they're all based on whatchamacallit, the tarot cards. So like, if you're a fan of that, like here you go, the Fool, the Magician, the Emperor. The Hierophant. I like Lovers. She's really cute. I like her a lot. I usually play as her, or I play as Justice. No, not Justice. Star. She's cute. I like Judgment a lot, so I play as her a lot. Father strength. There's also daughter strength. I didn't unlock her yet. No, that's my girl. That's the world, and she's kind of the main character of the story mode. But her outfit is literally just a cloth, and like I said, there's a little fan service in this game, but I want to play 5 magical drop 5. Like, man, that cloth, like, it comes so close to coming off of her, like, like I couldn't believe it. Maybe that's why this was never on Switch. 5 was like 5 gets really spicy. I don't think Nintendo like could give that their seal of approval or whatever. This is hard. I have to like kind of tilt the Switch with my one hand while I film with the like. This is not working at all. I apologize. At least I got the landscape right for once. But yeah, I should have filmed this at night. That's a word to the wise. What other game should I play? Because like people are talking up Claire Obscure Mission 33 or something. I don't know anything about it. It's like a $70 game. So like I don't know about that. Rita's Rewind. There's like a Power Rangers game that came out recently. Rita's Rewind. I kind of want, and that's like an arcadey beat 'em up. And that's probably a lot cheaper. I'm closer to playing that, but I think I heard another YouTuber is going to cover that soon. I don't want to steal his thunder, so like if he reviews that first, that's fine. I'll hold back on that as well. Again, I got my silly puzzle games to play with for a while, and I got more PS5 Chronicles coming up. So you know, I just want to. I'm not going to do that. I just want to show you a little bit of the story mode. All right, here we go. So, I do like the music, I like the graphics. I don't like that there's like no voice acting. Like that's, I'll voice it, I guess. Oh, Mr. Piggy, what are we going to do about Magical Land? Everyone's gone bananas. This is the Lovers. I love her, by the way. I love her. Everyone's gone bananas. Oink. Well, we could go talk to her, but World, that's like the main thing. World is basically the main character. You start out as Lovers, but World is like, the story revolves around World because she kind of like runs this whole place, and she's not doing a great job of it. But World is the one who let the land get like this in the first place. Oink. I know. So she understands him. I know. What about Justice? She'll help me. World always listened to her over me anyway. Oink oink. Oh, I have to play now. I can't do this. So, like, you move your little guy around, and it's a match game. You like can grab tiles of the same color, and you can match up to 3 in a row. So, like, you know, when you get a match of 3, you blast it, and then there you go. You just made a match or whatever. And you can hear some voice work is in Japanese. This is like impossible to play one-handed, so this is not going well at all, actually. Fuck. There it is. I made one match. Yeah. I wish the right stick did something, that because it's closer to the buttons. I could play it one-handed if the right stick did anything, but I have to move him with the left stick, and all the buttons that do things are on the right-hand side. So I lost. Justice, why have you interrupted my training, Lovers? I really need your help, Justice. So why is there no voice acting? Even in Japanese, like, there's no voice acting at all. That's annoying. What is cool is they actually translated the fucking the text into English. Like, that's good. Thanks a lot, Cleopatra Fortune. They couldn't be bought. They you know, it's cool they ported it to Switch. They didn't translate the Japanese text, including the fucking tutorial, including the story mode. So that's annoying. So yeah, this is cool that it's cool that I can actually read what's being said to me, especially in the tutorial.